Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Saturday, July 1st, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Kansas City Royals. The Los Angeles Dodgers have won 6 of their last 8 games heading into this series, moving 2 within a game in the loss column of first-place Arizona in the NL West Division. The Dodgers come into this series after taking 2 out of 3 games from the Rockies in Colorado, including a 14-3 drubbing on Thursday night over the Rockies. The Kansas City Royals welcomed the Dodgers to town after losing 2 of 3 games at home against the Guardians to start the week. The Royals did avert a sweep with a 4-3 win on Thursday over the Guardians, improving to 4-6 in their last 10 games overall. The Royals will hand the ball to lefty Daniel Lynch, who has recently made his own return from the Illinois. Lynch is 1-3 with an ERA of 3.96 in 6 starts, including 3 quality starts. Lynch has allowed 33 hits in 36.1 innings pitched thus far. Lynch's K9 rate is on the low side thus far at just 5.9, while his whip sits at 1.18. In his last start, Lynch went 6 innings while allowing 6 hits and 1 run in a 3-1 loss at Tampa Bay. Lynch walked 1 and struck out 2 in the loss. This is a good opportunity to make a substantial money line score in this matchup. The Dodgers' Urias is making his first start in over a month and will likely be on a pitch count on Saturday night. In addition, Urias has struggled away from Dodger Stadium this season with an ERA of over 7.5. Additionally, the Dodgers are hitting just .224 against lefties this season and just .225 away from home. The Royals are not tearing the cover off the ball at home or against lefties, but are hitting the ball better than law at nearly .240 against lefties and at home. In a clear mismatch, this is a great opportunity for the Royals to steal a win in this series, with lefty Lynch starting and pitching well heading into the matchup. I expect the lefty to get the Royals deep into this game and steal a win. You can be conservative and take the Royals with a run line of plus 1.5, but I'm going to get greedy and go for the money line. Take KC with the money line. The Royals will hand the ball to lefty Daniel Lynch, who has recently made his own return from the Illinois. Lynch is 1-3 with an ERA of 3.96 in 6 starts, including 3 quality starts. Lynch has allowed 33 hits in 36.1 innings pitched thus far. Lynch's K9 rate is on the low side thus far at just 5.9, while his whip sits at 1.18. In his last start, Lynch went 6 innings while allowing 6 hits and 1 run in a 3-1 loss at Tampa Bay. Lynch walked 1 and struck out 2 in the loss. Our total pick is over. Detroit Tigers vs Colorado Rockies. The Detroit Tigers have been dreadful at the plate as they are 29th in the majors with a .664 team ops while scoring 3.81 runs per game. They have been struggling a little bit more on the road this year as in 42 games, they have a .633 ops while averaging 3.6 runs per game so far. Right fielder Zach McKinstry has been leading the dreadful lineup as he has a .244, .332, .367 line with 5 home runs, 19 RBIs, 31 runs scored, and 10 steals on 11 attempts. Tyler Alexander has been doing decently well throughout the season, according to his baseball saving page, as he is in the 99th percentile in walk percentage, 74th percentile in ZERA, 69th percentile in SBA, and 55th percentile in hard hit percentage. Alexander has a 5-pitch arsenal: cutter, fastball, changeup, sinker, slider, and his heater has been his best pitch as he has a .186 batting average and a .326 slugging percentage. He faced the Rockies once last season and lost by going 3.2 innings and allowed 5 runs on 8 hits with a walk and 2 strikeouts. The Colorado Rockies have been doing decently well as they are tied with the Miami Marlins for 16th in MLB with a .720 ops while averaging 4.39 runs per game. They have been hitting extremely well at home as they have a .278, .334, .443 line while scoring 5.05 runs in their 42 games at Coors Field. Third baseman Ryan McMahon has been doing extremely well as he has a .828 ops with 12 home runs, 41 RBIs, 44 runs scored, and 4 steals on 7 tries. Tyler Alexander has been pitching very well recently with a 0.57 ERA in his last 15.2 innings over his last 7 games. Jeff Criswell, on the other hand, has been struggling in the minor leagues this year. The Detroit Tigers and the Colorado Rockies have both been scoring runs recently, with the Tigers averaging 4.43 runs in their last 7 games and the Rockies averaging 4.17 runs in their last 6 games. Overall, I think the Tigers will win this game on the road. Alexander has been pitching well, and the Tigers' offense should be able to score enough runs to win. Neither bullpen has been doing well throughout the season, as Detroit is 15th in the majors with a 3.96 reliever ERA, while Colorado is 28th with a 4.95 bullpen ERA so far. These offenses have been scoring pretty well throughout their 27 games in June, as the Tigers are scoring 3.89 runs per game, while the Rockies are averaging 4.19 runs per game. Go with the over to hit, as it seems to be the better option. Arizona Diamondbacks vs Los Angeles Angels. The Diamondbacks had lost 2 of 3 games in each of their last 2 series prior to arriving in Anaheim. They had gone 5-5 over their last 10 games and lost 2 straight games going into Friday night. Over their last 6 games, the pitching staff had allowed 30 runs. On the year, they've allowed 386 runs through 82 games, and their 4.42 team ERA was the 12th highest in the game. Nelson is coming off of his longest outing of the season, a 7-inning start in which he allowed just 1 earned run, and 3 this against the Giants. In 8 road starts this season, Nelson is 2-1 with a 3.07 ERA and allowed just 4 home runs. The Angels entered this series off of a 4-game split against the White Sox, losing the last 2 of that series. They were 3-6 over their last 9 games, getting shut out twice in that span. They had only been shut out once all season prior to that, and all 3 shutouts were 2-0 affairs. They also had a game in that run where they scored 25 runs, so who knows what you will get with this team of late. Over his last 13 games, Mike Trout was hitting .283 with 3 home runs, 5 RBIs and 12 runs. This is the first meeting between the Angels and the Diamondbacks since June 2021. The Diamondbacks have been the better team this year, but both teams have been struggling lately. The Angels' offense has not been as good as it was earlier in the season, and they seem to be inconsistent. Arizona's starting pitcher, Zach Gallen, has been pitching well recently, allowing just 9 hits and 2 walks over his last 12 innings. The Angels' offense could have some trouble against Gallen. The Diamondbacks have also been playing well in interleague games on the road, winning their last 4. Based on these factors, I recommend betting on the Diamondbacks with the money line. I like this game to have some scoring to it. Angels' pitching has been quite soft of late, and the Diamondbacks can hit, sitting 5th overall in the game with 737 hits through 82 games. They also score a lot, and Anderson has given up at least a couple of runs in each of his last 5 starts. Nelson is no saint either, having served up 5 or more runs in 4 of his starts this year. He has also allowed 93 hits and 28 walks over 83.1 innings, so the Angels should be able to get runners on, at the least. The over is 5-0-1 in the last 6 meetings between these teams and 4-0 in the Angels' last 4 interleague games versus a team with a winning record. Take the over.